It's happening again. I see it there on the table, the casserole of nightmares. What did I do to deserve this? Am I too harsh, too mean, too cruel? Is this a divine punishment? And there's my baby, all smiles, like she hasn't just placed something unholy before me. But she doesn't know what is going to happen to me in about 20 minutes. She's clueless, as usual. I put on a fake smile, I can do it. I'm good at that. Lately, whenever I talk to people, it's about how I'm doing. They don't seem to believe I'm still in my right mind. I'm not sure why I'm writing this apart from the fact that I want someone to say, hey, hang in there. The dark days aren't the whole story. I know, it is the whole story. We're here now, we get on with it. I can't even look, but it's too late for that. The lid is lifted, the bubbling starts. I can't unsee it now. I hear it too, the noise of boiling horror. I have nothing to say, nothing. I can't even say a joke to make it better. No, don't try it, it's already too late. No, don't be such a wet blanket, it'll be fine. Just don't eat it. Why won't you just eat it? Why do I need to feel guilty? Why can't I enjoy a few moments of pleasure without feeling like I'm being punished for everything? I can't move, it's the end of the world. I'm sitting there at the table staring at that casserole like it's the barrel of a gun held by a politely smiling stranger. That stranger being the woman I've dedicated my life to, but still insists on offering me this casserole despite knowing the boiling, gurgling, painful shits it will bring me. So I look up at her and try to find the words. Have you ever been dragged into a conversation about a movie or television show you're expected to like, but you just can't wrap your head around the hype? I find myself saying things like, oh, it's that casserole again. This sure is some casserole. This casserole's really something else, baby girl. I ask her if she remembers the last time she served me this casserole. And she giggles and says, oh, how could I forget? Is she doing this on purpose? Did I piss her off? I asked her if she remembers the time we were out on a road trip and we stopped at that dirty, run-down truck stop that served the burritos that looked like feces and smelled like death farts but tasted like crime scene evidence that they had been trying to hide in those burritos since like 1953, and how we ate them anyways because we didn't know any better. She remembers, but she doesn't seem to recognize the connection to the casserole sitting before me right now. What about this? I say, remember when we went to Mexico City and we went to the top of the pyramids? There was that time we were there and we were eating some kind of fruit at a vendor and some of the seeds got stuck in our throats and then we started choking and then started crying in the streets. We were both sobbing like little children and no one spoke English, so we just walked around like babies choking and wailing. She remembers. I ask her if she remembers the time we were driving from Tucson to Yosemite National Park and I started to have a panic attack because I was convinced that I was losing control of my limbs because of a stroke. I had the exact same panicky feeling last year in an airport when we were trying to get our flight on time. We had just gotten off the escalator after checking in our luggage and we're waiting in line for the security checkpoint. That line moved really slowly and I was starting to feel really anxious about not getting our suitcases on the plane. And my face was getting red and my skin was starting to itch like mad. I mentioned it to her and I could tell from her face that she was looking around to see where the nearest bar or restaurant was, but she didn't actually acknowledge me. And I thought I would lose control of my body and start having a seizure, or at least that I would make such a loud sound that everyone in the airport would look up and I would lose control of my body. Because of the embarrassment, I didn't want anyone to know how much I was freaking out and that I had actually lost control. My face got really hot, and then I started to cry, and she grabbed my arm and walked me to the bathroom to cool off. I realize I've gotten off course talking about anything that will distract me from the fact that she made this casserole again and placed it in front of me like it's normal to just serve a man such a demonic, evil casserole of hate and spite. I think of how you can hear a song, a piece of music crafted to be listened to, and it hits you so hard and raw that it makes you question why music was ever invented in the first place. Why would someone create this? And it changes your opinion of music forever, because it's no longer a safe space. You can no longer trust music. That's what this casserole is to me. My palms are sweaty, my skin itches, my body trembles in anticipation of the night ahead. It's happening again. Food shouldn't be this scary, man. It shouldn't have this whole up for me. She smiles and asks why I haven't started to eat yet. Does she know? How could I tell her even if I wanted to? I choke it down, the bitter burning bile that's been trying to escape ever since that lid was lifted. I make a joke, some stupid shit I can't even remember and pick on my fork. I let those metal prongs sink into the crust that's somehow spongy and brittle at the same time. Got the cutting into the cheese and veggies and God knows what else to mix up this hell dish. The bite is separated from the whole like a missile launched from a submarine. It means death, death to whomever it reaches, and it's aimed at me. I lift the fork, I bring it to my lips. My tearful eyes look up at my baby as a plea for a pretty please, baby, please give me some light out of this nightmare. Give me some escape, I need a back door. She is not looking at me, and so condemned to my fate, I do the only thing I can do. Despite it all, I take a bite.